Hello, what's up? Uh, yeah, allergies have been hitting me hard today, so probably a short stream, and if my voice breaks, it is what it is. But just going over the video I took of Teamlab's planets. I'm just gonna say this right off the top. I really recommend going. Like, this is a video. It's flat, show a little bit, but it doesn't really show off the whole experience. Highly recommend. And then I'm just gonna start this because there's gonna be a lot of walking. Did adjust the audio because, oof, when you max it out, it's something. And every once in a while, you'll see my camera, which I was using to take pictures because there's a lot to take pictures in here. They really kind of recommend you can take your Instagram pictures, show it off. There also might be some peaking with the sound because of how it was. But the video quality should be okay in some places that aren't dark. Anyway, so a lot of it involves water. So I would recommend wearing shorts. Like, you can wear pants and then roll them up, but really recommend shorts. And they allow you to rent them for free, like borrow them. But then you're wearing renting shorts that get passed around. Anyway, this was just like a walking path up. It was kind of like a rubber mat that the water ran across, and all those little bumps you see were actually just the rubber mat kind of getting pulled up. It wasn't like rocks, it wasn't like anything hard to step on or like there for the shape. It was just, I think, the rubber mat slowly giving up and stopped sticking and making a flat surface. But yeah, some of these are really dark. Dang, that is peaking. Yeah. Can only do so much. I guess this is really loud. I think you can lower the input volume on a phone. Not easily. Just a regular recording video. Is this okay? So this was just dry off your feet after every time you go into the water. Add a little bit of blur, because why not? It really didn't do much, but haha, no feet for you. Kind of. 1 second, let me check. Yep, 10 AP. I'm just gonna make sure it's always on that. I don't think there was a... No, some areas I think had more, like, specific sound, but that was just a waterfall. Which has waterfall sound? And yeah, I mean, there was a lot of dark tunnels on the way. Like, some of them would be lit up. Some even caused weird effects. I think this next room might be one of the most popular ones you see, like, anytime on Instagram. No, no, okay, never mind. This room is, it's gonna be impossible to see. Because I think it was actually meant to be dark on purpose. It's supposed to be like an absence of visual stimulus. But it's all just bean bags. Like massive bean bags. So that's why you'll see people bouncing up and down if you can even see them. If you want to turn up your demo. Oh look, I even said it. Cool. Yeah. Just bean bags. So you can't really see anything. Because it's this is more of a physical experience. It's hard to video it.
Beanbag room.
Yep, beanbag room.
Got wall
I forgot there's beanbags on the wall, so you can see it better when you're there. Obviously, the camera's not going to adjust for it properly, but there was just like beanbags hanging off the walls, and you can just like mess with them. So I'm surprised I didn't talk like the rest of the thing, but just in the beginning. But yeah, getting around people. Some people will fall. I don't think I fell at all. Like, if you have enough balance, you're good. It also doesn't matter if you fall. Other than it would have messed up my camera if I like Oh yeah, someone lost a phone in the middle of the beanbag, and someone was like, "Hey, did anyone lose their phone?" Oh yeah, that's mine. Or I don't know. Luckily, mine was on my chest.
Well, titties.
Nope, said it again. Cool. Honestly, that'd be a good to have like a room in your house. Like you want a relaxing room. Imagine just filling the whole room with beanbags, and then on the other wall just have a projector. So yeah, after each exhibit, they talk about the exhibit. Probably didn't give enough time to show it off. Does it zoom in? No, but it'll be in 4 languages: English, Japanese, Chinese, and I forget what the last one was. Actually, I don't remember ever looking at what all 4 were, but they also have an audio app where you can listen and it'll explain each of them as you're going through them. I don't know if it's location based or you have to click them every time you go into one. Like, oh, going into number 1, press this button, start listening. But yeah, just follow the path to the next one. Some little red lights lining the way.
Added. Solved.
Oh, this one. So there was a like snake like walking path, actually just like a square snake, kind of that zigzag. And each of the sections, like each turn, had a different feeling on the floor.
Solved.
So there was like velvet on the ground, and then there was like leather, and then hardwood, or kept switching. So it was more like a sensation.
Hard.
So it was like a feet sensation.
So hard.
But after that, I just walked to the next exhibit. I think there was a little.
This is the universe. Do not touch the LEDs. Connected to the
What is
LED.
it? Yeah, okay, so there's describing it. Or no, oh, do not touch this? Which was this? Oh, okay, this is the one that you might see a lot on Instagram and stuff. It's the hanging LED lights. So, they've got a lot of Instagram pictures. Some people might throw them on like dating apps or something. We also need people to take pictures of you. So, I got none of them. I think it also did a lot with sound. So they really love sounds and lights. This one is way better than the Osaka one. I don't know if they have other. Well, I know they have other ones. Some of them might be time limited. Some of them might have been removed. This one I think is semi-permanent. So permanent as long as they don't get like kicked out of Japan. And honestly, I would go again. Like if I went to Tokyo with people, I'd be like, we're going here again. So as you can see, I think the very farthest outside of this room, like I'm not sure how big this room was, is just mirrors. So either you see people or you do that. The whole floor is mirrors, so that's why they also suggest you wear shorts and not skirts. Did I check out the ceiling at all? Not sure. I think the ceiling's pretty high. Actually, you can kind of see how high it is. And I wonder how addressable those LEDs are. Like this just seems like simple in a way. They're just like all dragging to the ends, changing colors. But you could probably make some really weird patterns in it. Color coming from one side, moving to the other. Like you do waves. And then you're always waiting behind people not to get in their way when they're taking pictures. All right. They also spoke a good amount of English. So, well, actually, yeah. So it's very supportive of at least Japanese and English. I don't think they spoke anything else. But I think all the staff spoke Japanese and English. But it would actually almost be more interesting if you could like walk through the LEDs. I like they didn't connect to the floor, they only connected to the ceiling. But obviously you don't want to accidentally pull on them, break them, stuff like that. Also, I think someone did hit them, and I might have nudged one. Not sure. But yeah, as you can see, when it starts getting like dark on the side, that's more just the mirror. Like that's the end. I'm kind of just waiting to get out of the room because there's people. I think it's a 2-hour time limit from when you go in to when you can, or when they would start like kicking you out. Like I think they do intervals of 1 hour, or actually it might be every half hour. Also, this room really trippy with pictures. Like it looks fine now. I guess it's the frame rate. When you take a picture, it looks like wavy. It's kind of cool. But yeah, definitely recommend. You can take some good pictures in there if you want. Good lighting. And yeah, you're barefoot this whole time. I guess that would be obvious since there's water areas. Which I'm not sure. This next one might also be a water area. Also, there's this person standing at the end to tell you that the next area is water. They had the light on. Did they turn it off again? We'll see. I think I only watched this once when I was editing, but yeah, there's the person. Yep. Fix your pants, roll them up. Because I think this one was actually deeper. So it was like, I think they described it. I mean, they're like, oh, it'll be up to your knees as an adult for some people. Which, I mean, there's also kids there, so I mean, that's like getting like mid thigh. So it slopes down some water right here. All of it is like good temperature, like slightly warm but not bad. Honestly, it'd be interesting if they had like different layers of like cold, warm, hot. I think that'd be an interesting experience. Oh, they should also done heated floors at some point, like different temperature floors, like cold floor, heated floor. So this one also had mirrors all along the outside, but it was mostly dark. And they're using projectors to shoot down little koi onto the water. You can kind of see them swimming around. It wasn't the best detail. Like even the camera's doing about equal compensation for it. It was almost like the koi were in 720p. Or maybe not, maybe like 360. I think there's also little sakura petals like also floating on the water. There's a whole kind of experience. There's a few exits. Actually, there's two. You kind of just see the black box and like, what is that? What does it lead to? And over there, the staff just walks into this room, I guess, to check if anyone's in there. I was like, okay, that's, I guess, not the way out. What are they looking at? So you can have the lights going on you. Okay, so it's a little more bright now. You can see, it just feels like a massive room. I guess that's what the mirrors do. So a mirror room is pretty nice. And then it's all just water. Oh, and also a lot of chlorine because you're not just gonna have a bunch of water and people walking through it. So this is the fire room, I think, for this one. So you can get, similar to Osaka, fire on your app and share with people. Yeah. Is there a number? Yeah, it looks like an 8. I don't think it actually spells anything. Like, yeah, it's basically alphabet soup if you made it out of like lights.
Nothing reflection either.
And I think there's a sign right in front saying what it is. Also, right before there is like
Also, the water's cooler
a
right
flat
here.
glass. Oh yeah, it was cooler. I don't know if it was because there was no people in there, but like the water was just slightly cooler as opposed to with everyone else it was slightly warmer. Maybe just because it was a side thing, they weren't really heating it. But yeah, there was like a glass path in front of the fire thing. I don't think you were allowed to walk on it though. At this point, I think I realized actually you'll see the one kid running around soon. That's how I learned you could actually affect the koi. So if you ran into a koi, it would disappear. Like it wouldn't continue on its path. Like you would think for usual.
People using flash.
Oh yeah. You're also not supposed to use flash for photography. Just regular. I think the kid on the right somewhere.
Interact with the fish.
Yeah. You can interact with fish. So as soon as you touch it, it disappears.
Yep, if you touch the fish, they disappear.
Aha. Yes, that's it. Was he actually touching the water? I thought it was just running into them. Yeah, you could do some really interesting things with this, I think. Yeah. Okay, he's just poking them, making them disappear. You could almost have like a Pong game. What is it? Yeah, Pong. So you see like a thing move. I mean, you can't move too fast because water. It would be interesting to see like the light go across, bounce off the walls, and you're just like hitting it back and forth. But I think it's supposed to be peaceful and serenity and all those fancy words.
More towels, yes. More towels. More feet.
Yep. Small little dry off your feet towels. And then oh, there's two sides. I think one of them just wait, why is there oh wait.
NFT artwork.
Yeah, so something about fire. Okay, so the fire one was the one I was thinking about. It's an NFT, but anyone can get it. My camera again this time. So I guess if it's a free NFT, that's just a digital download of a picture. Which I don't understand the point of that. Then just share the... Although I guess it was a video, not a picture. Or GIF, who knows?
Oh, you got 8 feet.
Either way, I mean, it doesn't really matter, it's free. For that so-called NFT.
Next one, hopefully.
Ooh, purple lights.
So I can put my pants down because it's tight.
Yeah, I was not wearing the best pants for pulling them up and whatnot. Because rolling up your pants is easy, getting them to stay is hard, and then making sure they're not just too tight is even worse. What's this room? This might be the room that stayed in the longest, because it was a whole experience. Let's see, is it? No, this is the ballroom. Not the dance ballroom, but just balls. But you're allowed to, yeah, push gently or bump in order to get them to react. I have some pictures of this and it looks great. Like, getting a little color distortion. But some of those pictures, oh. It's such a nice shift. And yet again, there's mirrors on the floor, mirrors on the outside walls. Except I think there's balls mostly along the outside walls, so you didn't really see the outside mirrors too much. Give it a little push. I think it'd be fun to have them not do anything, and then once people start hitting them, they each change color. So like, they change color over the time that people are there. That would be super interactive as opposed to them showing off. Some of them brighter than others, or more red, I guess. Yep, different shades and whatnot, and different shadows. They're just really good for light shows. And mirrors. They really like mirrors in this one. Honestly, the amount of times they have to clean the floors after people walking on them. Which I guess is actually better if people basically end up washing their feet by walking through chlorine water and then drying off their feet. These are like very deep colors, as you can see. Like none of them seem faded. They seem like almost as bright as you can get without being excessive. That's like, this is not neon pink. This is just really pink. It'd be interesting to get a smaller room with these and just have like the infinity effect. Also, I didn't want to hit it too hard. Oh, that one's a little bit discolored. Okay, that's why I hit it, because it was discolored. I was like, if I hit the one that's discolored, will it change them? It's like a green screen over here. But yeah, just taking a few pictures, looking around. These are just all fun rooms. I feel like if Teamlabs ever does like a really interactive thing, it'll be amazingly interesting. Like these ones you can slightly interact by touching it and it might change. What's I even looking at? Ah, okay, this one is a domed room. So it's a whole dome, which actually makes it feel weird because as you're walking, the room is basically spinning because of the projectors. And there's mirrors on the floor. So it's almost like you're walking into a sphere while the sphere is just rotating around you. It's not quite a drunk feeling, but like a I'm losing balance kind of feeling. I don't think I got any good pictures because it doesn't take pictures well in dark room. But I'm guessing they also said you're allowed to lay down because a lot of people ended up doing that. And I'll do that in a second. I just see, oh, people are just laying on the ground. And I'm not sure how long a full rotation is because it's clearly just going through different things. So right now you'll see sakura flowers. So that's what I entered on about. And then it'll go into petals and they'll go really fast and then they'll switch to another flower. I definitely like this area. Good to see all kinds of flowers. But yeah, we'll just go through them. Like, very nice sakura. Then it'll slowly drift to something else. Yeah. Okay, this one's going slow, but I think I was chilling in this area for a while because, as you can hear, very nice music. Which makes me think I want to mix this with another music I heard while I was over there. See if I can kind of make a little tune. Not sure rules on mixing. Obviously, I don't want to steal anyone's copyright or anything. Wait, now you can see in the distance we got some sunflowers. Whatever the blue one is, I like the blue one. Oh, some purple ones. It's a rotation of a bunch of them. Hopefully it's showing up well. I think the camera's also trying to adjust for it. And depending on your screen, it might not show better. Show better? Yeah. Fortunately, I can only upload in 1080. Also, if it looks bad on my... What's it? I'm watching a video in a video, so... the stream might not look as good. So, if you want to see this... you can go on video on my YouTube channel. But I would recommend a screen that's very good with colors. I'm watching this on the IPS right now, and it's really killing the colors. Like, absolutely. So honestly, if you have a smartphone, it actually might look better. Something that can do nice blacks and vivid colors. Good amount of contrast. This is getting killed on my screen. My other screen looks nice, although a little dark. So now they start floating across. And unfortunately, this is... I can't remember if I'm on 0.5 or 1.0 zoom. It might be 0.5. But this is a whole dome, so there's an even larger experience because of how much your eyes can view. So now we're really getting into the sunflowers. Really showing them off. So it's a much wider experience than this. Like, I don't even think a fisheye lens would do well. A 360 camera might, though. You get a 360 camera, recorded in 4K, throw on a VR headset. But nothing will compare to just going there yourself. If you have the option. Or opportunity. Both? Also, the audio is obviously better than what is being recorded. Although not quite movie theater level. I think they kind of figured it. Actually, I was at the movies recently. Speakers were, I think, okay. It was a little bit too loud. So now the sunflowers are breaking apart. I don't think it was that green. I think there was a good amount of yellow. I think there's some color correction from the phone. Yeah. Was deciding when to get up, like how long do you stay without just watching flowers the whole time. My god, that's blurry. Ooh, purple flowers. Interesting. Okay, standing up. And then it also felt weird to stand up in a domed room. Trying to figure out which one's the exit. You kind of lose where you're at. So the best option is to actually go towards the edge to figure out where the exit is. Which actually, I don't even think I was going towards the edge. I think I was just... I think there's a black curtain to get out. Yeah, look. I didn't even realize the curtain was there until just now. Like, it's that hard to see. Especially when you're in the center. uh, it's fun listening to people's opinions. What's the next room? Actually, was it... Floating in the falling universe of flowers. Okay. So when you first start off, you're in a basically locker room, and they say, "Oh, you got two paths." Obviously, if you want to go to the water areas, you follow the first path off to the right. The second path, you'll get to go to anyway. But I guess if you didn't want to go to the water path, you can start with the second path. Apparently, there's also ways for people with disabilities to also view the stuff. So if you're in a wheelchair, you're not going to go through the water, but they have ways around that, such. Or if one room freaks you out more than another. Like, I guess the beanbag room. I'm just not going to make someone hard of walking go into the beanbag room. But there's staff all over the place, like right before, in the middle, and like at the end. So this is kind of a stepping into a more outside area. This one's a lot more lights and brightness. Actually, I think there was only 2 exhibits. Yeah, there's different sizes, and I was like, I'm just looking at them. Honestly, I would have thrown on small ones, but this is a like misty room, but I think there was real sunlight above. I don't know what they do on a dark day or later at night, but they're just mirror eggs. Is what I want to call them. Silver mirror eggs. The mirrors on the side were a lot dirtier. Somehow they just weren't as clean. I don't know if it's because of the mist or whatever. And as you can see, there's actually grass. Or more like moss. This room didn't interest me as much. It looks cool, but it's mirror eggs, but not quite eggs. So yeah, you ever put a mirror coat on your Easter eggs? Be interesting. Or gold dip your Easter egg. Next, oh yeah, there's benches there. You can sit and enjoy it. Maybe it reminds me too much of like the sculpture gardens. Sculptures are cool, but I guess it was less of a feeling experience than the previous ones. This one's more of a visual experience. Oh, please return your shoes. Oh, excuse me. Oh. Allergies. Seeing too many flowers just made me sneeze. So this is where we move on to the last thing. Oh. Yeah, so on the right side it'll show that, like I said, don't even look at it. Come one with the garden. I guess that was the whole talk of this side of the thing. So this was the garden side. So there was the mirror garden, which had moss as opposed to grass, basically. So that's great. I forget if they ever talk in English. Yeah. So this one's based on more of a timer, so they're waiting for different groups to switch in and switch out. It was on a rotation. Because they never spoke English, I just understood just enough to do it. Like splitting the groups. This one's based on, yeah, they do a rotation of who's allowed to see it. And this is the other one you might see a lot on Instagram. I don't know if you see the egg room that much. Maybe. But this one is the hanging flowers. Honestly, it makes me want to go visit a flower garden or something. Oh, was it the, is it, oh, yeah. I was gonna say, it's Holland that has the, like, fields of tulips, right? But it becomes overly, like, I think there's a short amount of time that tulips in bloom in a perfect time, so it's obviously covered in tourists, which I would be a tourist, but you want to enjoy it, right? Although I like the variety of flowers. The colors are nice, but to have one uh flower just in a lot of colors, it's not too interesting to me. Hmm. Nah, I still enjoy it, but I prefer a variety of flowers, which I kind of missed when going to, what was it, Kyoto Garden? Was there a garden? I don't know if there was a botanical garden in Tokyo. I should have checked. The one in Kyoto just kind of lacked timing. It was, nothing was blooming yet. So yeah, more mirrors again because we love mirrors. A little bit of writing on the thing. Mirrors on the bottom, top, left, right, and then you'll start seeing the hanging garden. I forget if, I don't think the ceiling was real sunlight. Might take a look later. But I think it mostly is, I guess, lights. So yeah, we just kind of wait on the side waiting for that group. So you're allowed to just chill under the flowers for a while. And we can see it in motion. I don't know if it interacts with people or just does it on its own, but certain areas will raise and lower. So it kind of feels like a moving garden. Yeah, I'm not sitting still enough, but you can actually see different ones raise and lower. This one on the left, it's just raising a bit. And they'll raise and lower a lot more. But yeah, you can see it there now. Like it's getting much higher. And there's little drops of water everywhere, I guess, when they watered it. Because this was actually the earliest time. Which I guess some people, yeah, some people got ahead of me because they were just already ready to go into the exhibits, or I guess went through them faster. But I was at the first timing. I don't think any of the times are bad. I think there's a limit to, yeah, there actually is a limit to how many people that can be on a certain time. So it's like, oh, this time is full, this one's almost full, this one's free, and this one's closed. Yeah, I think in a little bit they'll start moving people on. Everyone only gets a limited amount of time they're allowed to enjoy the garden. Which, that's what he's talking about now. Which is funny because the only people that stay under there clearly don't understand Japanese or just ignored them completely. Or just don't even pay attention when everyone else is leaving. And you'll see that in a second. Yeah, the music's a little like, can't hear what she's saying. I think it was equivalently, do not touch the plants, get lower, crawl underneath. You're given a limited amount of time under there, but you can sit down, spread out among people. It's like, hey, look, these people are leaving, and then there's like, just two people not leaving. Excuse me, can you leave? But you can see how high it is right now, and like, she's walking underneath as opposed to when it's really low. You lose a lot of depth in the video, but so I don't know if they're just super used to walking through. But I think it's acting up again. It's like, hey, you're allowed in. But now it's really low. It's not up, so you can't just walk in easily, so croucher actually gets a lot lower, so Go for a little crawl. Huh. Yeah, also my jacket starts covering the camera. It's fine. Do. The jacket was both, or well, I guess it was sweatshirt is a both good and bad idea. Some of those days were really warm, but I love the pockets. That's the problem. You can't have pockets and still be cool on a hot day. Unless you have way too many pockets in your pants. Which is also fun. See if refocus. Okay, yeah. So there's not mirrors on the ceiling. And it does look like it's actual sunlight with a mix of fake lights. Or it could actually be completely fake lights and it just kind of put some space in between those areas and the light so it looks like it's real sunlight. Either way, there's a variety of flowers up there hanging down. I think the trick for them is that they basically just grow them and then hang them upside down each day. I don't know how long they last. Maybe they only last a week. Like they don't actually grow upside down. They're just grown beforehand and then put upside down. I wonder if it would be even nicer on a more flowery season. Like there's definitely a good amount of flowers and they're all bloomed and whatnot. What if you're in there like May? Will there be even better spread of flowers and petals and stuff? But yeah, they're right above you. I think there might be sensors so that it doesn't just hit you in the head because I don't think I was hit at all. But if you walked into it, you would just fall and walk into it. It would also be nice to have like a full walking path through the flowers in this manner. This is more like sit and chill in the flowers. It's like you're sitting among the flowers, except the flowers are above you. Are you the sky? But yeah, just looking up the flowers, enjoy it. And obviously it smelled really good because they're real flowers. But yeah, this would be the last exhibit. Once they kick us out, and then go to my locker. Also, the lockers are free. So the only thing you pay for is the ticket to get in. And that's it. Also on the whole site, I mean site is in like place. Okay, so now they're making us move. On this area, you can get vegan ramen. I don't think it was only open for lunch, and I was there at 10 a.m. So I don't think they would open until like 11, 12. But they have vegan ramen. Don't know how it was. I think there was some kind of dessert place. Also didn't get to try it. And there might be another small exhibit, but otherwise. I do not recall the price, but I know the price is on their website. I should have just linked their website in the description. Maybe. I should do that. I'll do that after the stream. Because this is all I'm doing for today. Gotta see if my dry throat heals up. Dang allergies. But either way, I will be watching Dress Up Darling tomorrow. Feel free to watch along. Show up. You can even try spoiling. It won't do anything because I'm up to date on the manga, but I'm mostly watching it for the animation that I saw during the exhibit for Space Galleria. So yeah, the other watch along. That one was Chainsaw Man. Oh, look at this video about the cow. Yeah, see, someone's got a 4K video. Like, there you go. Yeah, 46 minutes. I mean, I guess they just followed all the way through. They might have even been by themselves if they got that good of a picture. Either way, uh, yeah, that's my other video. So yeah, I'll just say it again for what, third or fourth time. Highly recommend Teamlab's Planets in Tokyo. It's by the water. What is that? It's not really by the docks. It's like right across the bridge from uh where the fish market used to be. Which fish market? Hmm. Something outer market. Skiji? I think it was Skiji. Yeah, it was like Skiji Fish Market, but no longer a fish market over there. So it's just the outer market, which has a lot of stalls. It's worth walking over, but it's so busy. I don't think it's like super worth uh waiting in line for something. Unless you see something you really want. I mean the food's still good. It's always good at stalls, but to wait in a line for like 30 minutes or longer for a strawberry, not my thing. Anyway, yeah, I'll be streaming again tomorrow. Come say hi. And then also be probably stream. Well, yeah, I'm just gonna be streaming something on Sunday. We'll see. Gonna try to stream every day except Thursday for now, and then in May, go to streaming every day, even a little bit, or posting something. I got a few things I might post for days when I'm unable to stream, which I think is like one day in May. Anyway, if you lasted till this point in the video, say hi in the comments if you want. Give me a thumbs up, a heart. I'll reply to any question you ask in the comments if you got to this point. I won't truthfully answer anything fully, but I will definitely answer your question. Yeah. But